Well, greetings, and once again, welcome back to the Insanity. Last time we left off, we fixed 16 train stations and signals and stuff. And we also fixed sodium hydroxide and salt. And have a very centralized production of that over here. And that's doing too well, and I can definitely close this aluminium processing hell mod, thank you. And we also started having some molten things to LTN, such as solder, iron, and copper. And that's kind of exactly where we left off. And here I would like to have, first of all, I would like to have molten tin here only if and only if we need more solder than tin, essentially. So I'm going to connect some of these fluid stations or fluid containers just to keep an eye on what we have the most of. And then it would be nice to have that connected there as well. So if we have molten tin more than molten solder, that's it. And currently we have that because we don't have any molten solder whatsoever. But that's because the fuel is on its way. So that should be taken care of. Good, now that that's out of the way, we need to fix some other things. As usual, because why wouldn't we? Because we always fix things. Because we always break things, essentially. And on today's to-do list, in the fixing department, is first of all a broken steam pipe. This broken steam pipe is incredibly important. If I can find it. Yeah, there it is, isn't it? Molten, no, steam, let's see. Am I blind? Because the problem is, let's see, let's start from the beginning. Why do we need this steam? We need this steam because we are not getting any fiberboards at all. Because this pipe is completely empty. And that's why we would like to fix it. And I'm at the wrong terrain station, that explains it. Hello, robots. Alright, I'll wait here for a few seconds. Thank you. Ah, right. I mixed up the different requesters. So this steam pipe should go into here. So now we are producing fiberboards again. And those fiberboards will eventually be delivered to the starch production over here, which will produce starch, which is consumed here to make wood food, which is consumed up here to make power and oaks and manure and lots of stuff. So that's a very important steam pipe. Now that that's out of the way, let's head back to our train. Guess we should go back a little bit to our tin and aluminium area. And oh my god, I walk so slowly. Dear me. Thank you. I know this is illegal, sort of, but hey. So I just have a few small fixes to make over here. Do I have enough to make 2 washers? I do. How nice is that? And also I think I have a couple of roboports that we can use to expand this area a bit. And I would like to have the washers here, please, because this is where they are currently needed. Oh, come on. Thank you. A little long-handed inserter and some belts. Good. Now it's entirely possible that I might need one more of this, which is kind of why I'm preparing for it. Yes, I do need one more of that. Okay, that's fine. And I also would like to have some more of these. Ball mill. Not sure if that is available in the robot network, so that's why I'm placing it manually. Alright, good. Now let's just add one more roboport. Perfect. And then let's move somewhere else. Right, I would like to change the priority of one copper mine, because it's currently requesting stuff. No, it's currently providing stuff, but it's very slow. And then at some point I would like to go through some train stations and rename them, so I'm just adding a couple. We'll see when I have the time to fix that. Okay, provide priority. -10, please. Good. Now that that's out of the way, we should move down here, or actually we can go to the parking spot. Because now we need to walk a little bit. I would like to get off here somewhere. Because we have a couple of problems, as always, because why wouldn't we? Because someone seems to have mixed up the titanium belt with the old borax belt. And that's obviously not ideal. Also, this old molten aluminum processing is kind of finished, so that's not needed anymore. Thank you very much. Of course. Knew that would happen. Borax, gravel, sure, fine. Impact crusher. Okay, smelter I actually would like to keep. I never use those pie tanks. Not anymore. Some old inserters that we can convert and some... yeah, okay. This is good enough. Ooh, belts. Ugh, lots of belts. Okay. Now let's see. So this, as I was saying, this titanium belt is a problem. Because the titanium should sort of go over here to this belt. That's where it needs to go, and that's where I will be taking it. And that means, of course, that we can clean up a bit. Or just let the robots do the cleanup for us. I would actually like to keep this titanium, so I'm just going to pick that up by myself. Should remember at some point to fix some borax for this diborane, but that's for later, and we should avoid getting hit by a train. Okay. Now I think this titanium belt should be working a lot better. We have cut it off over here, but that's totally intentional actually. Ah. Because we don't... well, we should actually provide titanium here somewhere. So, alright, let's add this back. Sorry for the confusion. Or rather, no, we should not add this. We should not be providing titanium over here. Because this is a long and horrible belt. Essentially. And there are better ways to provide titanium than doing that. Namely, a lot closer to where we are actually producing the titanium, because that makes more sense, doesn't it? Greetings. Please output to the left, and what you can't output there, please bring to the closest train station. I like trains. Titanium plate. 2,000 or something. Okay, good. Now I would like to take a visit to some place that has glass, apparently. Speaking of glass, I do have a plan for in maybe a couple of episodes to move the glass production finally. Ugh. Okay, fine. Here, have some sand casting. Hopefully you can provide it. Now give me atomizers. Because it just so happens that the Favagaya production is producing some iron ore rather, but it's not doing it fast enough. Which is why I'm going to come there and fix things. Hello, Favagaya. Yeah, this should be quite a bit enough, I think. Do we have some Roboport coverage here? No, not yet. That can actually work, I think. Cool. So now what I would like you to do is to take this setup and... No. No, 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 not like that, please. That's too much, too close to everything. So if we do like this instead, maybe that's better. Okay, sure, you can have one more just because you are nice. Or rather, just because iron ore is very nice. Good. Okay, now comes one of the more heavy parts in this episode. Namely setting up aluminium, solder, Duralumin, and possibly tin chromium alloy. Or we might wait with the tin chromium alloy actually. Let's do that next episode. Or later in this one if we have time. But we are not gonna have time because we are going to do some other things. So, say hello to some molten aluminium requester. Oh, come on. Thank you. I think I will need a couple of casting units at this time. So please have aluminium plates here. That's not how it works. Needs more space, of course. Always needs more space. And please don't ask me how I plan to scale this. Because at the moment I don't, but I will figure something out when there is a need for it. And then let's see. Do I have lead plates here already? Yes, I do. So Duralumin then. No, Duralumin requires a smelter. Oh, Jesus. 20 Duralumin, molten copper and aluminium. Fine. And some sand casting. It doesn't need a lot of sand casting, no. Okay, so fix. And power. Sure, can have power. And sand casting, apparently. Sure, and an inserter to get things out of there. Sure thing. Aluminium plates. Less than 0, right? Yes. Oh, we're already requesting it. How nice. So let's add Duralumin here, please. Yeah, let's make it 4000, because why not? And please output to the right side as long as possible. Oh, come on. Very well, fine. So Duralumin, please. Less than 0, perfect. Requires aluminium, which we have over here. Well, we don't at the moment, but we will, hopefully. And you require some kind of fluid fuel as well, I think. Yes, you do. How nice is that? Very well, I think I know the perfect fluid fuel that we can have. And that would be a fluid requester. I'm going to need a couple of logistic train stops and more pie tanks. Do we have any lead? Why don't we have any lead? Oh, of course, because this... those darn fluids. I mean, come on. Hello, please go to the molten lead provider and go to the molten lead requester, then go to the molten tin provider and to the molten tin requester, and then go to the molten aluminium provider. And then I have a couple of train stations to rename, it seems. So sure, let's rename some train stations. This is molten aluminium requester. This is molten steel, I think. And this is molten copper. And this is molten iron. Good. Now then. I think it's you. So molten lead provider, go. Molten tin, molten aluminium. What? Casting, molten aluminium? Yes, molten aluminium. And then let's add the... Oh dear me, why do I never rename train stations properly? Iron, copper and steel. Okay, fine. You can move out of the way. Iron, copper and steel. Iron, copper, steel. Iron, copper, steel. Iron, copper, steel. So this train is just going to be busy for a while. Actually here it can, for the requester, it can actually use the empty cargo condition. Doesn't have to wait for 30 seconds, that's quite useless. Yeah, exactly like that. Molten tin provider, molten tin requester, aluminium provider, aluminium requester. Okay, train, have fun, and when you're done, return to the fluid wagon depot. Thank you. Now, where was I? That's a very good question. Oh, but now we are getting tin. How nice is that? Quite a lot of it as well, probably. Okay, so, right, we need to fix some fluid fuel thingies. And for that we have the benzene, which we are actually not producing or providing anything at the moment, but we will fix that later on. So how do I... oh, there. How nice. Couldn't you have made that just like a bit easier for me? No? Okay then. Great. Now for the molten copper and molten tin. And no, not tin. Molten whatever. So this will be the molten copper pipe. Oh, come on. Thank you. Okay, that wasn't so hard. Actually went faster than I planned. Now come and pick me up. I'm sure I probably forgot something here. But I can't really think about what, so let's just continue. I think you're delivering. Okay, train, wait. You, train station, rename. Casting, item provider north. Or actually, I would like to use maybe casting north item provider. Sounds better, I don't know why. Okay, let's fix that benzene problem before we forget about it. We are producing it over here, so let's provide it over here. And then will be the fun part of this episode, because we are going to refactor stuff. We are going to clean things up. This is a fluid provider. And darn it, I don't have lead plates. Hey, you may go to casting north item provider. Just wait there a little bit. Now we can also see if we're fixed the aluminium. Fix me casting area. Yeah, I think I fixed you. Okay, let's see. Ah, aluminium is incoming. How nice is that? Lead plates. Yes, please, thank you. Jesus, damn. Didn't we just have a tin ore delivery? Tin plate delivery? Yep, we did. And now we have some more. Nice. I like that. Okay, now we can go to the next stop. And then we're going to need to refill in iron plates again. Because why wouldn't we? I have a bit too much landfill in my inventory. Should do something about that, possibly. Where did you come from? Well, thank you, robots. How nice of you. I forgot you could do that. Okay, so benzene. Let's see. Ugh. Come on. Pipes. Here we can actually add a pump, because we would like to prioritize this pumping. Just so that things don't just disappear after we put them into the train station. That would be embarrassing and could potentially cause problems. Hello, robots. Nice of you to stop by. Nice to see that you're bringing some signals and other stuff with you. I think we can make use of that at some point. So now comes the fun part, because we are going to take a look at the simple circuit board production, and we are going to make a couple of changes to how it works, essentially. For example, I have been told correctly that there is a better way to make formaldehyde, which is exactly what we are going to do, because this recipe with molybdenum ore, which we have way too much of, is far superior. And then there are some other things we can fix. Carbon dioxide we don't need to produce locally because we have that in LTN. Raw fiber is not something we need to do using wood because that's an absolute horrible recipe. And I would like to just move out of the way just in case. Yeah, I can go there and then and after that let's move to the parking. That sounds good. So here we have this production. Okay, now you go to the parking. Thank you. And fiberboard. Let's see, where do we have the fiberboard? Here we have the fiberboard. There is a much better way to make fiberboards, which we will also be using. And then let's see. Urea we don't need to produce locally because we have that in LTN. Methane we don't need to produce specifically here because we have like a dedicated section for that, although we are currently not providing it to LTN. And sodium hydroxide we have in LTN. So we went from a whole lot of steps to still a whole lot of steps. Isn't that nice? Such an improvement. So the first thing that we should fix here is for sure the fiberboard recipe, because at the moment this production is just horribly slow. Mark all as unfinished, please. The reason it's slow is mostly because of this slow producer over here. But you know what? I will be moving this entire production somewhere, somehow, to fix this problem. Okay, let's start deconstructing things, because that's nice. It's always nice to deconstruct things. Goodbye, composter. I think I need to have a chest just so that I'm prepared for having a full inventory. I'm not sure why I expect that, but yeah, I just do. Treated wood, why are you going up? Oh, you're going to the trails production, of course. And the way I'm going to do this is essentially that I am going to break this entire production and then move some things at a time. Oh, I knew this would happen. Luckily, I'm prepared for it. Look at that. Did I fix molt? No, I never fixed solder. Oh well. I knew I missed something over there. Okay. I think this is a start. Now let's ask our dear friends, the robots, to deconstruct things. See, I told you that this train station was not going to be used very much. We built it in the last episode and we are already deconstructing it, more or less. Ah, come on. So this will give us another thing to provide, treated wood. So now let's go to the new place where we will have this production, which will be over here. Seems like we just need to fix some parts of the belt here for that to happen. So what's blocking it is just a little power pole. I think we can solve that. Oh damn, that's not a lot of space, but hey, it works. So now let's create a little train station here, because when we produce things, it's good to have a train station. Thank you. Now, if you would be so kind and just produce a couple of things here. And then let's see what we need. We need to have, I don't know. Okay, we need a bunch of train stations. Do we have a little something? Okay. I think actually we need only... Wow, this is almost too good to be true. We need methane. Other than that, I think we can produce oxygen locally. The steam can be produced locally. And then we just need an item requester. So how about we put out an item requester? That is more or less always useful. Item requester, yes please. And then electricity, because that's always useful for sure. Okay, so now let's start with this, with the fun part, more or less. Oh, and we need tar, of course. Why are you not showing tar here in this list? Weird. But okay, whatever. Fluid requester. So let's not forget to rename the train stations this time. Simple circuits, item requester. Simple circuits, tar requester. Tar 30k. Good. As for items, that's going to be quite a bunch, but we'll might need to have some more of these things, of these requester stations later on in the chain. So first of all, what we need for sure is wood. We can't get anywhere here without wood. Let me just move out of the way. Wow! Dear me, why is that always happening? Come on. Oh dear. Okay. So now we have ingredients for that one. We have ingredients for that one. What we need now is these fun things. Treated wood, raw fiber, sodium hydroxide, and sodium sulfate. Raw fiber. Sodium sulfate. And sodium sulfate we're actually not providing anywhere at this time, so we need to fix that. And sodium hydroxide, that's what it's called. Thank you. And steam, so something that burns. Coal dust. Very nice with coal dust. And in case you are wondering, we have lots and lots of coal, coke, and coal dust at this point. So fuel is not an issue. And speaking of wondering things, this is how the current electric network is looking. We have a steady usage of radars. The roboports are going a bit up and down. Soil extractors are still consuming quite a lot. They have been the top producer for a long time, I think. And yeah, essentially we have quite a bit of power. The AUG production helped us a lot. So while these things are filling up, especially the tar, which we are currently lacking, let's go down to the drilling fluid and set things up over there. Because this is where we have some sodium hydroxide. We do have some at the Nixolite and niobium place as well, but that's another topic. I will go there and make a manual delivery, sort of. So, sodium sulfate. Please go here to the right side and then please combine belts again with the other thing. And this is solely because we would like to export you with yet another messy belt. Actually, we have let's put you over here, probably. So we have a green wire over there, that's nice. Let's have a green wire over here that says that sodium sulfate less than 2000 or something. And speaking of sodium sulfate, I think we need to increase the production of it a bit. And also sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. Let's just request a bunch of it here. Sodium hydroxide. Don't even know what that other thing was that I clicked at, but I'm sure we will find out eventually. In 100 years or so. Yeah, stop that. Oh, of course, that's why I got so many gas vents suddenly. What's this? Water? Okay, sure. And where is the saline water requester? Here it is. I don't think we need you anymore, do we? Nope, we don't. Do you have to go here? Sure, fine. Good, move somewhere else. Stop requesting things. That's the important part, at least. Okay, now then, we need a number of chemical plants. And that number is 5. Why 5? Because that's what I said. 5. That's we can do better. Namely by doing this. That's more like it. And then we have some... How much do you need? You need 10. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, that will be a fast inserter for sure. Okay, now then. 1, 2, 3, 4 more. Good. And it appears like we have radar or roboport coverage here. But for some reason I still do things manually. Well, I'm almost done now, so... Nice! So this should be making quite a bit of this, although we do need another one of these. Simply because we are getting quite a lot of this, and we are also consuming quite a lot of this. Of the sodium hydroxide that I can never remember the name of. And we also forgot one thing, of course. We should prioritize the left side here. I think. Or at least let's just do that for this time being. However, there is something to be said that this one does not need to prioritize any side. It can just work. Right, I think that's all we needed to do over here, and while we're here we can get rid of some copper ore that's laying in our inventory, thank you. Cool. Heading back. How much do we have here now? Almost 200. We are going to require quite a bit of this. Dear. Oh well. Okay, continuing with this setup. We need a tar to creosote machine. Of some kind. We might need a couple of them actually. Whatever, let's put them here. Oh, come on. Thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it? I would like a small, quite small pie tank to store this in. Just so that we have some extra storage of it. Good. Now then, let's make an automated factory for this stuff. And let's see. Let's put it not too far away, preferably. But also not too close. Somewhere over here, and let's just move this one. Thank you. Okay. Perfect, and then the wood. I need wood. I'm not sure why, but I just have a slight feeling that I need to have some kind of like support for some kind of multi thingy. Or I don't know, maybe we can take that later on. For now, let's just move some of the wood. And they need to be insertable using a long-handed inserter at this time, which I'm going to need a bunch more of. Good. Okay. Then comes the fun part of the fiberboard, but it should be fairly easy now actually, because we are requesting most of these things, or rather all of them. So we need treated wood, which we are producing down here, as a matter of fact. Then we need to combine that with a bunch of other things. Sodium sulfate, raw fiber. Okay, so you can be combined with the raw fiber maybe, if you would like. And then the sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfate. How many more things is it that I need? A number. A fairly big number actually. So yeah, I would like to... Can I just steal this oak food thingy? Or do I have it in my blueprint book? Warehouse forwarding by signals. Look at that. I do have it. So let's have a warehouse over here, which will be using this little warehouse forwarding signals technique. Okay, then let's see here. We need to forward these things down using a red wire. Like that. So this is for everything that is less than 0, forward everything. And the same goes for this one. Then we will have another one over here. And this will send this request to this. Oh, come on. Damn it. I failed with something. Thank you. That's more like it. And this is currently using a green wire, which I don't want it to use. I would like to use a red wire in this case, to avoid any confusion with the train station. Good. Now then we can use this to output wood. Then we can also use a constant combinator here to indicate that, hey, we would like to have some wood here. Say like 1500 maybe, I don't know. And now this means probably that that we need to power this thing. Good, now this one is outputting stuff. I think this means that we don't really need to have any requests in this thing by itself. And speaking of which, let's also request some coal dust here for the thing. Okay, let's see here. Then let's have some raw fiber, not fish, fiber. Raw fiber 1500 or so. Good. Then let's see, what else do we need? We need to have some sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfate. Very well. Please just move this a little bit. Just so that we can have room for sodium sulfate and sodium hydroxide. And very well, you may go to there. And you then may go over here. And you may have some power. And oh my god. So then we need to set this up for some sodium sulfate and sodium hydroxide. Like that. And then we can just stop requesting all these things on this train station by itself, because any requests that will come should be forwarded, essentially. to here. So let's see. And let's see, this is where the madness will happen. No, right, actually this will work. So put a green wire here, and then any wire here. I said any wire here, and any wire here. Good. But are we sure? Yeah, this should be working fine, I think. Yeah. So now we can keep track of what is being requested here simply by looking at this one. And all these numbers that we have here will be subtracted from what is in this warehouse, so no requests are made unless they need to be made, essentially. And this can be slightly improved. And so can this. Just to have some more room on the belts and increase the capacity a little bit. Yeah, that looks a lot better actually. That looks a lot better. Okay, so far so good. How are we doing with the sodium thingy? 785. What is stopping you? That is stopping you. But we are currently producing that. So there should be a request being made soon, which should provide you with some more. So I think this is going well so far. Oh, and here we need the steam. Fine. Pump jack and boiler. Maybe one day I will centralize this production, but not yet. Pump jack. Boiler. And let's see. Messy pipe. Yeah. Thank you. And coal dust. Cool. Okay, need 500 steam. I do think that we should have a little pie tank for this, actually. There it is. Thank you. Okay then, now what? Now we have finished some parts here. Namely this Fiberboard. Ugh. So much more to be done. Come on. But oh well, let's keep moving. So I think this might be a good place to have a train station. A long train station or something. Trains. Oh, why am I doing this manually? I think we have an item multi-provider here. Do I have radar or roboport coverage here? I will soon. Oh, come on, why are you always connecting to the wrong things? Thank you. Are you and you not connected? Okay, how about that instead? Ah. So this is simple circuits provider west, item provider west, simple circuits west item, I don't know. It's something, it's what it is. Something is better than nothing. So now, I think we need to have a little warehouse forwarding, kind of over here. No, not there. One step up. Something like that. Now you probably see why I wanted to move it one step up. Oh, we still don't have any of those, do we? How is this going for you? 896. You are still missing those because you are probably missing those, but it should be processing at least. So, oh well, let's pretend like it's okay and continue moving things. Because now we have some space in our inventory again and we want to use it up before it's used up. Or something like that. And oh shit, we have lots of stuff left to move. This atomizer is not anything we would like to have over here. Oh, but that means we need to deal with the blood. Oh well. This is an empty tar pipe. Remove pipes, remove pipes, remove pipes, remove pipes, remove pipes, and I said remove pipes and remove pipes and remove some more pipes. And remove pipes and delete, remove, get rid of. Good. I'm sure we can find out something to do with the blood. Let's see, where did we have the tar pipe? This is it. Thank you. So let's get rid of some of the annoying things. Namely these things. Let's put it up over here somewhere. I don't want any signals here, thank you. But thank you for asking. And this will break so many things. Among other things, our inventory apparently. Evaporator, destructive, okay. I can keep some of this stuff. And let's see, oh dear lord, this is very much in the way. How about you move over there? Thank you. See? Things are getting cleaner. Broken but clean. Oops. How much did I break? Okay, lots of things. I think that means that we should have a little setup over here. Yes, yes, I know that you are not connected. That's sort of my intention. Oh, come on. Okay, stop the auto trash thingies. Just trash the things that I tell you to trash. You piece of trash. Or no. Let's see. Atomizer compost plant. Yeah, don't need that anymore. Construction robot. You may continue working. Wow, this train station is actually in use. That's a bit surprising. Or, well, it's not a train station, but you know what I mean. This rail crossing. Okay. Where is this water going? Absolutely nowhere. I guess it's safe to remove you then. Oh dear, okay. And this piece of shit. Would very much like to avoid having that. Now I'm not sure which signals here are part of the new blueprint or not that we will put up. But I will just get rid of some of them. Just to clean things up a bit. Okay, now then, please put down this train station and let's see what's wrong. We have one problem over here with this signal. We have one problem over here with a bloody roboport for some reason. Okay, that's actually fine. No, it's not. It's very much not fine. And of course this seems to be... Okay, it's used to be a perfect placed roboport, but let's replace it by 2 roboports. Because that's just what we will do. And then we have a signal over there. Okay. Nice. Oops, we still have a little problem up here in form of a big electric pole. Very good. And sorry to say it, but this train station will no longer be operational from this moment on, and neither will you. Because you will be kind of replaced, more or less, by the new system. That should not be there. And as you can probably guess, we will definitely need to continue this cleanup and things in the next episode, because there's no way we have time to clean all this up at this point. Oh, black liquor, of course. I will actually no longer be producing that with the new recipes. It used to be a side product from the fiberboard production, but not anymore. Fine. Okay. How about we just remove some clay pits? No, we probably can't do that because we are full in the inventory. Either way, here is at least parts of the new setup. What do you need? You need urea. I think we know a way to fix that. That should not be that difficult. I even think that sounds like a perfect job for this little warehouse. Urea. 1500. And then put it over here. And then we just need to have this forwarding system as well. Because what is a warehouse forwarder without forwarding? It's just a warehouse. Okay. So are you now producing anything or forwarding things? Yes, you seem to be requesting 1.5k urea, and I'm hoping that we have a request for that, but we do not at this point. Why not? Is it maybe because we don't have any urea? Because we need... I bet it's the AUG food that we're missing. So it appears. Because we are missing manure, because we are missing a lot of shit, and I bet that this production is still going well. That has just gotten a delivery. Oh, that means that we should be getting some fiberboards finally. Yes. So how about we finish this little train station in the few minutes that are left. Oops. Oh well. Okay, and then of course we want to have a green wire here, and saying that if we have fiberboard less than 4,000, then we would like this belt to move. So now we are getting quite many fiberboards at a time, which should hopefully mean that we will have another request of this somewhat soon. And with that said, I would like to thank you very much for watching, and see you again in the next episode.